of Snoopy holding a heart balloon or Snoopy sitting on top of the word love, typing out what I think might be a love letter, or maybe just a letter to his pen pal. It doesn't have to necessarily be a love letter, because we never saw Snoopy have a love interest per se. But either one, $29 or $34. $34 for the Snoopy on top of the or holding the heart-shaped balloon, $29 for the Snoopy sitting on top of the word. So talk about this partnership that you've had with the creator of Peanuts and your passion for this line.
Well, you know, this thing of co-branding and partnering up with these folks is sort of an offshoot of the success that I had with the Disney thing.
Okay.
So, with my root line, which is Heartwood Creek, applying that same kind of approach to these different characters. At first, quite frankly, I was a little bit reluctant because I wasn't sure how well it would work. And then I surprised myself even when I started creating these things how much I personally loved them. So, but the subject of of course Snoopy, everybody can relate to Snoopy and all the characters that are in Peanuts. As the wonderful creation of Charles Schulz. And so when they came and we started talking back and forth about the prospects of doing a collaboration, I mean, I jumped at the chance because I love the characters. They go all the way back to my early days. I mean, when we got one of the high points of the weekend was getting the Sunday paper, and the first thing you want to do is you want to go to the comic strip, and one of the first comic strips you wanted to look at was Peanuts.
Of course.
And I mean, it was always funny. But there was always this sort of a hidden thing going on in the things that he was imparting. He was always telling a little side story, or or imparting some sort of a moral base, or something. There was something more than just it being a funny comic, and we always got so much out of it. And we've used the pieces as examples for the kids, and of course the kids love these things.
Oh,
I've got, for those out there who know me, they know I have 12 grandkids.
12 grandchildren.
Yeah, and they all live very close, and so they're all, they all come over a lot. And a lot of the pieces that I do actually initially are done specifically for one or the other of my grandkids.
Okay.
I do it for them, and oftentimes I don't even have an intention of putting them on the line until I see how the reaction is with them.
Sure.
Then I'll put them on the line because I know everybody else will like them too. But this is kind of one of those examples, of.
Look at his belly.
Yeah, well.
Oh, I love the attention.
I do too. I love this piece. I mean, it's I think a very good rendition of the character of Snoopy, yet maintaining that sort of rustic carved look. And of course the bass. I spend a lot of time on bases.
The base.
Yeah.
Let me show
the bass is always something I always try to make something that coordinates with the piece and it's interesting in its own right. And of course here it's got the design work all the way around. It's got the signature purple that we both like. I think that's kind of obvious. Yeah, purple's always been my favorite color. I put it on just about everything. There's always purple somewhere on my pieces.
I noticed that, and I kind of had a fleeting thought of, I wonder if that's deliberate or not. So
yeah, it is. I do it actually sort of in tribute to my grandmother.
Oh yeah? Why? It was her favorite color?
That was her favorite color, and she was probably one of the most influential people when I was growing up as far as a young artist.
She was a big quilter, correct?
She was a master quilter. And I don't use that word loosely. I mean, when I say she was a master quilter, that's what I'm talking about.
I believe it. I think anybody who knows anything about quilts, you can't use that term very lightly.
Yeah, she was really fabulous, and she taught me so much just by me being around her, as far as composition and balance and color coordination and all that kind of stuff that goes into making these kind of pleasing pieces of artwork. And so as I'm working on pieces and when I look at my pieces, so often I think of my grandmother. So that explains the purple.
I love it. It's a perfect gift for Peanuts lovers, obviously, but sweet Valentine's Day gift, or just, you want to give somebody a gift that